Hello, everyone. Honored to have Dr. Larry Brilliant with us here today. His name is synonymous with public health leadership. He's a physician, epidemiologist, a technologist. He's led initiatives at Google Foundation, Salesforce Foundation. He's co-founded SAVA Foundation, who's treated millions of people around the world in restoring eyesight. These days, he's a founder of a technology company called Evidy Technologies that is at the intersection of artificial intelligence, healthspan, and precision medicine. So I'm excited to have this conversation. Thank you, Larry, for having a conversation with me.
Thank you for inviting me.
My question really is, with all the innovations that we have today, and sort of artificial intelligence, longevity, what are you excited about? What are you working on? And I know that you're now actually building a technology as well. Mm-hmm. And with all your experiences, it's a very exciting time. So why don't you tell us, what are you excited about? What are you building?
Well, first of all, I'm excited about DIA because I think this neutral convening body, with the respect that it has from industry and government and the nonprofit and philanthropic sector, we're going to need a place to develop standards for the new sciences that are emerging. And one of the most important new sciences is at the intersection of two things that Arthur C. Clarke told us about. He said, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Right. And everybody thinks of AI when they hear that. But medical science has now advanced to a point that it's fair to say that medical science, the deep biology, the Nobel Prize winning science, it's indistinguishable from magic. These two things converging, along with this untapped resource of all the longitudinal databases, the electronic health records that are out there, allow us to do things that we've never done before. I'll give you an example. So lifespan has increased and doubled in the last 100 years, from 40 to 80 roughly. But 100 years ago, people lived and then they died very quickly. Now we live and we don't enjoy 12 to 14 years of our life in chronic diseases, where I think of as sick span. If we can use AI, deep medical science, longitudinal databases, hyper-personalized medicine, we can compress sick span. And McKinsey estimates that every year you can increase average health span in the United States or decrease sick span is worth $3 trillion. That's what my company's trying to do. Building products and systems that help us reduce the amount of time each of us spends in chronic diseases. And it doesn't require necessarily the greatest new drug. We already have a lot of drugs that work. We want to use them for orthogonal purposes. We also have other things that we're learning, such as, I told you earlier, if somebody is vaccinated against shingles, their risk of Alzheimer's drops 20 to 30%. Where did that information come from? Where did that nugget come from? How does it apply to you and me? And can we find other nuggets like that? That's the real discovery issue, the challenge, opportunity that we have.
Wow. Wonderful. And you know, you've been a public health leader, played a pivotal role in eradicating smallpox. From over the decades of experiences and where we're going in next 5 to 10 years, how do you see sort of future from a patient's perspective? And what sort of role an organization like DIA that is neutrally sort of positioned between the developers of the technologies, the pharmaceutical, the regulators, and patients? How do you see from a patient point of view? Because you have been in mix of all of these actually. So, and the technology you're developing, how does that play a role in
Well, last night, your wonderful president and all the people who came and were honored last night all talked about DIA exists to help increase better patient outcomes, increase longer and healthier lives, increase public health. And that's sort of the common principle. And because of that, you're ideally suited for putting all these things together. We need to understand, we need new language to talk about what we're doing. And I'm making language up. We need to have an IEEE kind of organization that sets regulatory issues and brings people together. We're going to be doing things with data science that are different than a vaccine trial or a drug trial that costs billions of dollars. We have to do hyper-personalized medicine. And what I hope DIA will do is look at the work of Leroy Hood, who says the future of medicine is precise, preventative, personalized, population-based. Those things together are the way in which we increase years of healthy life for everybody. And again, it's a huge business opportunity, plenty of role for philanthropy, lots of role for startups, lots of role for big companies and the pharmaceutical industry. But somebody's got to bring us all together and kind of set the rules of the road. And I hope that that's DIA.
Wonderful. And in that sort of convening, it does remind me of Margaret Mead's quote that there's this small set of committed individuals in the world who have changed the world. Indeed, they always have. And so with that, I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for having a conversation
Thank you for
with us.
inviting me. The youngest member of the board of directors of DIA.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.